Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Criminology and Forensic Science. If you are preparing for UGC NET Criminology, Sociology, Forensic Science or any competitive examination related to crime and society, then today's topic is extremely important and fascinating. Today we will discuss one of the most modern and influential perspectives in contemporary criminology known as news-making criminology. Have you ever wondered that whenever a major crime occurs, television channels, newspapers, YouTube channels, and social media platforms immediately begin discussing it? Experts are invited, debates are organized, and opinions are shared. But have you ever wondered who explains the causes of crime to the public? Who helps society understand whether a crime is an individual problem or a larger social issue? This is exactly where news-making criminology comes into the picture. Today's lecture is not just important for your examination, it will also help you understand how crime, media, and public opinion are connected in modern society. And to all my UGC NET aspirants watching this video, remember that contemporary criminological theories are becoming increasingly important in examinations. Therefore, do not simply memorize the theory, try to understand its practical application in society. That understanding will help you write better answers and score higher marks. So, let's begin our journey into the world of news making criminology. News-making criminology emerged during the late 20th century, particularly during the 1980s and 1990s. The perspective is most closely associated with criminologist Gregg Barak. Barak argued that criminologists should not remain confined to universities, research institutions, and academic journals. Instead, they should actively participate in media discussions and public debates about crime and justice. So, according to him, crime affects every citizen. Therefore, knowledge about crime should not remain limited to scholars. Criminologists have a responsibility to communicate their research findings to the public through newspapers, television, radio, magazines, and now on social media. Newsmaking criminology developed as a response to a growing problem. Media organizations often presented crime stories in a sensational manner. Complex social issues were simplified and public fear increased. As a result, many people developed misconceptions about crime. Barak believed that criminologists could help correct these misunderstandings by actively engaging with the media and providing scientific explanations of crime. Newsmaking criminology refers to the active involvement of criminologists in media discussion to educate the public about crime, justice, and social problems. Instead of merely studying crime from a distance, criminologists become public educators. They write newspaper articles, appear on television discussions, participate in podcasts, publish opinion pieces, provide expert interviews, and use social media platforms to explain crime related issues. The main goal is to ensure that public understanding of crime is based on research and evidence rather than fear, rumors, stereotypes, or political propaganda. News-making criminology encourages criminologists to become public intellectuals who bridge the gap between academic knowledge and public understanding. The first major idea is that crime information should be accurate and evidence based. Media reports often focus on dramatic incidents because sensational stories attract viewers and generate profit. However, these stories may not always provide complete information. Newsmaking criminology argues that criminologists should provide context and explain the deeper causes behind criminal behavior. The second idea is public education. Many people believe crime occurs simply because criminals are bad people. However, criminological research shows that crime is often connected to poverty, inequality, unemployment, social exclusion, family problems, peer influence, and various structural factors. Criminologists can help society understand these complex realities. The third idea is policy influence. public opinion often shapes government policies. If citizens receive inaccurate information about crime, governments may adopt ineffective or overly punitive measures. By participating in public discussions, criminologists can encourage evidence based policy making. The fourth idea is challenging myths. Many myths exist about crime. For example, some people believe crime is constantly increasing even when official statistics show otherwise. Others may believe that certain groups are naturally more criminal. Newsmaking criminology seeks to challenge these misconceptions through facts and research. To understand newsmaking criminology, we must first understand the relationship between media and crime. Media does not simply report crime, it also shapes public perceptions of crime. The crimes that receive extensive coverage become more important in the minds of people. This phenomenon is often called agenda setting. For example, if television channels repeatedly cover cybercrime, people may begin to perceive cybercrime as the biggest threat facing society, even if other crimes are statistically more common. Similarly, repeated reporting of violent crimes can create fear and anxiety among citizens. Newsmaking criminology argues that criminologists should intervene in these discussions and provide balanced perspective. One important example is the spread of false information through social media. In several Indian states, rumors about child kidnappers circulated through messaging application. These rumors created panic and fear among communities. As a result, innocent individuals were attacked by mobs because people believed false information without verification. A criminologist participating in media discussions could explain concepts such as moral panic, rumor transmission, collective behavior, and social fear. This would help the public understand how misinformation can contribute to violence. This perfectly reflects the goals of newsmaking criminology because it involves using criminological knowledge to educate society and prevent harm. One of the most significant examples relevant to newsmaking criminology is the murder of a young veterinary doctor in Hyderabad in 2019. The case received enormous media attention. News channels continuously covered the incident and public anger was extremely high. Soon after, the accused persons were killed in a police encounter. Many media outlets portrayed the encounter as instant justice. However, several criminologists, legal scholars, and human rights experts entered public discussion and raised important questions. They asked whether extrajudicial killings could be justified. They explained the importance of due process, rule of law, and constitutional protection. This is a classic example of newsmaking criminology because experts used media platforms to encourage critical thinking rather than emotional reactions. The Arushi Talwar case became one of India's most widely discussed criminal investigation. Television channels and newspapers extensively covered the case, often speculating about the suspects before the judicial process was completed. Many criminologists and legal experts criticized this phenomenon as trial by media. Through interviews and articles, they explained how excessive media speculation can influence public opinion and potentially affect justice. Their involvement represented the practical application of newsmaking criminology. Rather than allowing sensational narratives to dominate, experts attempted to provide balanced analysis. The death of actor Sushant Singh Rajput generated intense media coverage. Numerous television debates, social media campaigns, and public controversies followed. Many criminologists, psychologists, and legal scholars appeared in media discussions to explain issues like mental health, media ethics, criminal investigations, and public speculation. They encouraged viewers to distinguish between verified evidence and rumors. This case demonstrates how experts can contribute to responsible public discourse during highly emotional situations. Newsmaking criminology helps society in several ways. First, it reduces misinformation. Second, it encourages critical thinking. Third, it improves public understanding of criminal justice. Fourth, it promotes evidence based policies. Fifth, it strengthens democratic discussions about crime and punishment. When criminologists engage with media, citizens receive more accurate information and become better informed participants in public debates. Newsmaking criminology is considered a contemporary perspective because it recognizes the growing influence of mass media and digital communication. Traditional criminological theories focus mainly on the causes of crime. Newsmaking criminology focuses on how crime is represented, interpreted, and discussed within the society. In today's world, where social media platforms can influence millions of people within minutes, understanding media representations of crime has become essential. This perspective reflects the realities of the 21st century information age. Like every criminological perspective, newsmaking criminology also faces criticism. One criticism is that media organizations often prioritize entertainment and profit rather than education. As a result, criminologists may struggle to communicate complex ideas within short media formats. Another criticism is that media discussions can oversimplify academic research. Important details may be lost when complicated criminological concepts are translated into brief television interviews. Some critics argue that criminologists who become media personalities may focus more on popularity than scientific accuracy. Others suggest that political pressures and corporate interests can also influence media platforms, limiting impact of expert opinions. Despite these criticisms, supporters argue that public engagement remains essential because academic research cannot benefit society if it remains inaccessible to ordinary citizens. So, my dear UGC NET aspirants, this topic is highly important because it connects criminology with current social realities. Whenever you study contemporary criminological perspectives, try to relate them to real life events. Examiners appreciate answers that combine theory with practical examples. Remember this simple formula: crime plus media plus public education gives you news making criminology. If you understand this relationship, you can easily write a strong answer in your examination. Do not fear contemporary theories. Once you connect with them with everyday events, they become much easier to understand and remember. Keep studying consistently. Every topic you master today takes you one step closer to clearing UGC NET and achieving your academic goals. To conclude, newsmaking criminology is a contemporary criminological perspective that encourages criminologists to actively participate in media discussions and public debates about crime. Developed primarily through the work of Gregg Barak, this perspective seeks to bridge the gap between academic research and public understanding. It recognizes that media plays a powerful role in shaping perceptions of crime, fear, justice, and punishment. Therefore, criminologists have a responsibility to share evidence based knowledge with society. Through public engagement, criminologists can challenge myths, reduce misinformation, improve criminal justice policies, and encourage informed democratic discussion. In an age dominated by television, internet news, YouTube, and social media, newsmaking criminology has become more relevant than ever before. Understanding crime is not only the responsibility of scholars and government, it is also the responsibility of an informed society. And newsmaking criminology provides a bridge that connects scientific knowledge with public awareness. Thank you for watching. If this lecture helped you understand newsmaking criminology, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving towards your UGC NET success journey. See you in the next criminology lecture. Until then, stay curious, stay focused, and keep studying.